Hey, what up? I'm not even really expecting to get a whole lot of people today because I know people watching the election. This is one of the reasons why Collective Minds LLC is not ran by political nor religious situations to be first. You know what I'm saying? It's not predominantly ran by that. Guess what? Because I know this. I know that whatever's in your heart, excuse me, I'm sorry. I know that whatever's in your heart, Democratic, Republican, atheist, non-denominational, whatever the situation is that you're dealing with, guess what it's gonna do? It's gonna carry out in what you do. So this is why it's not gonna be directed to this is what you're gonna do. Whatever's in your heart is gonna act out in your actions. But our whole thing is to live peacefully among one another, become educated, culturally aware, uh, educated dealing with economics and things of this nature. You know, in every aspect that we need to be educated in, that's what it's about. And we gonna bypass. See, I'm gonna tell the truth about everything. Like people just see, I just put a post up about. People just see, I just put a post up about. Hey, Sonya, I just put a post up about domestic violence. I tried to leave somebody, so they decided to make me leave on their terms. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna tell the truth, and people ask me why did I put it up, and I put it up because I don't want it to be in the back. People talking about it in boxing. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna expose it by saying what's going on right now in front of everybody. I'm gonna kill it. And whoever don't pay attention to what it is that I'm saying or the truth, I don't need you to be in my cipher anyway. Period. Now I want to talk about this demonstration right here again. Like I put that out front because when you go somewhere and you really start studying the history of the United States of America in real life. You know what I mean? You understand that this is not politics. This is actually politricks. Politricks. Yes, not politics. Because when you look the word up, it comes from polite. That's where it comes from. But the thing is, we are tricked by the politeness of the politician and whoever it is. Hey, baby, how you doing, Robin Cutner? We are tricked by the politeness of the one telling us everything that they gonna do for us so we can get them or they can get you to vote for them. And then what do you get? Who you helped get in office today that has ever gave you what they said they was gonna give you? Nobody, right? Okay, again, so this is not politics, this is politricks. You get tricked by the politeness of the person that's saying what they're gonna do for you. So the thing is, when you start studying the government, the situation of that nature, I mean, people might tell me I'm a conspiracy theorist, I'm tripping, I'm crazy, I'm not telling you to vote. I'm not telling you not to vote. I'm not telling you who to vote for. What I'm going to tell you is that honestly, your vote don't matter. Your vote don't really put who is going to be the president in the seats. Politics does. You have people that organize this situation to put them where they need to, whoever they need, who's ever rolling with the game plan of what these people are trying to do. That's who's gonna sit in the seat. Period. And they put whoever they want in. For the first time after all the situations that took place with the Bushes, hottest or the Clintons, you know what I'm saying? Hot black man coming to office. Did you hear about Barack Obama before he came in office? You neither. How did he get in office? Not somebody that was deemed to be part black, Abraham Lincoln and two, three other presidents that was supposed to have been part black, but a black man is deemed to be a black man. We gonna sit him on the seat now. When he started to do things for us as a people, in the presidency, what happened? Anybody pay attention? For real? Now, through any presidency, people shoot through the fence. You know what I'm saying? The fence of the White House. They shoot through the fence outside and they get arrested. Ain't nobody jumped the fence except during Barack's presidency. People will sneak in the party and blow the president's brains out. You know what I'm saying? But nobody has ever just crashed a party to like be a situation of surprise. Like they had the movie The Wedding Crashers, where they see a party, go to it and act like they part of the family and just kick it. That's how somebody did Barack's. That's how somebody did Barack. And that's never happened ever before. You crash, how does your name not get on the list at the door? You're just the president. Shaking hands with the president as a party crasher. What happened to him? Him and his girl. How can somebody shoot in the White House? In the White House where the president lived. But they don't know who shot. You don't know who shot? You mean to tell me they can't smell the gun to see if any gunpowder, the scent is in there? Ain't any cameras in there? Everybody is triggered and they can tell who shot, but they don't know who shot in here with a Barack Obama. What about the dude that got on the elevator with the hammer? What I'm trying to explain to you is this, that they put in office who they want in office. And then when you try to get beyond what it is that you think you're going to do, guess what they told Obama? Nigga, we will kill you. We put you in office so we can try to cover up what the last president did that we did. We going to let you in here, and then we going to put everything this last president did on you. So when he got in office, he started trying to do things. So all this stuff began to happen. Guess why? Nigga, we will kill you. You remember what happened to Martin Luther King? You remember what happened, you know what I'm saying, to Malcolm X? You remember what happened? Oh, that wasn't enough for you? Okay, let me tell you something else. If you don't follow with the plan that we want you to follow, guess what? Remember our own. Remember Kennedy? Remember Abraham Lincoln? We killed them, and we will kill you too, nigga. And guess what? You don't have a genealogical line to follow behind you. You only got girls. We gonna kill them, man. Come on, man. Get mad at me. I don't care. Like this. I'm gonna tell you something. When I created this group, Collective Minds LLC, guess what happened? My name been more better since I was like 15, 16 years old. Right? When I created Collective Minds LLC and started talking about the education and economics of the black people, they made me switch from my nickname to use my government name. I'm going to tell the truth. Yeah, they do take Larry Vibe, Leon Bay, Candace, I see you on here too. Quentin Garland, you know what I'm saying? Larry, we Vibe Braxton. Yeah, that's the whole demonstration though, man. Them oath seers that they take with each other. You know what I'm saying? The secret oaths, not just the oath the oath of office. They serious. So the demonstration is, man, for people sitting up here getting ecstatic about what's going to happen and what's going to go on, you know what I'm saying, about the election. What you are doing, your anxiety shows exactly what it is that they're doing. This is the method that they use to do exactly what it is they're doing. Getting you shocked up to make you believe that your vote actually makes a difference, to make you believe that your vote actually... Guess what they do when they get your vote? What all did you put on your thing? You black, African American, Latin, whatever. You know what I'm saying? How else do you think they dictate who you won by? Well, more blacks voted for this and more whites voted for this, and such did this, and such did that. They know that, but you putting up. So what they doing is counting you. They counting the part that you play as a culture. They counting the part that you play as a people. They counting the part that you play. You see what I'm saying? And what is our scheme going? Is what we have been doing to run as United States of America, which is actually a private company, not a country. In real life, look it up. They're paying attention to what's going on, to who's doing what, to make sure that the plan and the method that they put together to control the people and society is what it does. See, a lot of people don't understand, man, that, the country don't care nothing about you, man. This country is built on finances. This country is built on greed. Siobhan Harrell, thank you. See, we get so caught up in the simple things. Oh my God, if Trump wins, he's a racist. Man, the whole country racist. They've been killing us on camera and with police, white boys killing black. They ain't never stopped enslaving us. They ain't never stopped killing us. Slavery ain't never stopped. And one thing Kennedy said is this, and it was the truth. Racism is something for you to lose focus on. Not to say that racism doesn't exist. Racism does exist. Racism is real. But guess what? Racism to keep us so far, they don't care nothing about a life of somebody. They don't care nothing about the life of one of their own to get their goal met. To get what they trying to do accomplished, man, your life mean nothing. Their whole thing is what they gonna do. So, man, to sit up here and be unconscious and going, oh my God, sweating and going through all that. Look at the big picture. You're not seeing what's really happening. If Trump get in, man, racism it ain't never went nowhere. It ain't never stopped. And what a lot of people don't understand is, again, when they freed the slaves as a black people, they actually enslaved the world. They enslaved us all, everybody. And they don't care nothing about nothing because guess what matters to them? Money, greed, making it, getting it, eating. And until you focus on, not greed, but until you focus on getting it, getting your own, culturally educating yourself on your culture, educating yourself on economics, guess what? We gonna be in the same boat that we in, man. It don't matter. Y'all tripping on Trump if he get in office. Can I ask you a question? What's gonna happen if Hillary get in office? More black millionaires were made during the Clinton administration than any other administration, any other presidential administration, legally. During the Reagan administration, it was drugs. Millionaires were made. Billionaires was made selling drugs. When in the Clinton administration, he made it legal to where when Colin Powell was on, he said, man, this is what I want y'all to do. If you have this amount of money, man, we need to let these dudes start making, we got millions and billions of dollars floating around in the streets, but they ain't nobody making no businesses. So this is when they allowed the drug dealer, for real, the world ran on drugs. They allowed the drug dealer to start making businesses. This is what I'm trying to do with y'all right now. I don't want your money. I don't want to know how much you got. Bring 5 to 10. Bring 10, 5 this time, 5 another time, and I'm going to show you how to establish a business so where you ain't got to sell dope no more. When you learn economics, man, I want you to understand that guess what? As long as you're in the game, guess what? You're going to jail. Now I'm going to jump back to this presidency situation, right? You're missing the main focus. If Trump gets in the office, racism is going to be an all-time high. Did y'all hear what Russia said? And they might be part of the game plan too, because guess what they are? They are people, man, people don't understand that the powers that be, when I say the powers that be, I don't mean white people. See, I'm pro-black, but I'm anti-hate. I'm anti-character situations. I'm not anti-white people. I'm not anti-Latin. I'm not anti-African. I'm anti the attributes that you produce that creates hate upon anybody. That's what I'm on. So I want you to understand something again. Racism. If Trump get in office, guess what they said? Russia said, man, if she become president, we sending nukes over there. Did y'all paying attention to that? Is y'all listening to that at all? Y'all talking about if Trump get in office, how he gonna act? Man, other countries with the ability to actually push a button and send nuclear missiles over here to start World War III in a capacity to where anything you think you got, you ain't gonna have, it's gonna be destroyed. Other countries. So again, I want you to think about this from you getting yourself, and think about what really matters. Cultural education. Trump getting office, Hillary getting office, whoever getting office. What happens when you control and direct your dollar? You think your vote matter? Start directing your dollar. Direct your dollar where your dollar's supposed to go. Guess what happened? Them people, I'm not telling nobody to vote. I'm not telling anybody not to vote. But guess what happened if you got 1,000 people? You got 1,000 people that don't vote, but they direct their own dollar. The money, their finances circulates within them 50 to 100 times before it ever goes anywhere else. Do you know what politicians are going to do? Excuse me, Erica Morgan. Excuse me, Will Cannon. Excuse me, Roy C. Excuse me, Siobhan, Jacqueline and the Nedge. Guess what they're going to say? How can we help you? Is there anything that we can do for you? Could you please tell it is that what we can do so that you can be a part of us or that we can be a part of you? See, y'all stuck on the politics when guess what you're doing? You losing your dollar. You losing they keeping you so focused on something that don't matter that you miss the gist of what actually is. Become culturally aware. Educate yourself economically. Start dealing with your own dollar. Guess what they do? I'm in Cleveland now. Go downtown and see who downtown now. See what the projects look like and who's predominating them projects right now. You know what I mean? Cleveland Clinic got everything probably about a 6-mile radius of downtown. Places that used to be the projects down there now cost like $3,000-$4,000 to stay in a month because they're condos. This is why I talk about that. You're right, Cueto. This is why I talk about helping each other. This is why I talk about control. This is why I talk about economics. And guess what? It's not about me running this because guess what I said? I said I need 9 more people that think like me. I got a whole program for you to look at to see if you can do this. And if you can't do this, guess what? The situation is here so you can guess what you can do. You can learn it. We can all grow together because we need to revert to the village that it takes to raise a kid. But before we do that, we have to learn each other. We got to learn each other's languages. Like I said, man, if y'all remember watching Roots, remember the part when they was on the slave ship? Some of these tribes fought against each other. They wasn't doing what we was doing over here through the process of slavery. You see what I'm saying? And the demonstration is they used to fight each other though. But it took one dude. Guess what he said? He said, we need to learn, brother. We're so focused on this brother laying next to you. And we're so focused on how we used to fight in the villages. We're so focused on somebody using the restroom next to us on the slave ship. They on the slave ship. And this brother talking about this. He's talking about what you mad at. You so mad about something so small that you can't focus on what really needs to be done. When we learn one another's language, I'm not talking nothing foreign, but guess what? We all black, right? But your definition of something is not my definition for it. The way that you look at one thing is not the way that I look at one thing. You see what I'm saying? So guess what happens when we get together and we learn each other's language peacefully, because our goal is to be peaceful. Our goal is that economic enhancement. Our goal is that cultural awareness that village it takes to raise a kid. Our goal is to make our streets a street again, not the block. Our goal is to turn our hoods back into communities and neighborhoods, right? So let's look past what we don't like. I don't like the way she walk. I don't like the way she dressed. I don't like the way he do this. He don't like the way he wear his hair. Guess what happens when you sit down and you learn each other's language? Guess what happened? You find out that you have so much more in common than a little bit that you don't like about the next person. And now guess what y'all can do with all y'all have together? And you put it together. And everybody stay in their lane and play their part. I can become good at something or begin to like something that I never did like that you do. Because I'm learning from you now. Because I can get past the small stuff to obtain the big. And here, and in here, we grow as a people. Until we do this, man, we going to continuously be divided and worry about situations that actually mean nothing for real. I said this before, and this is the same situation. Until we learn this, there's a man over here. It's 10 of us in a row, right? It's 10 of us in a row. You and I. It's 3 of us in the back. We watch him, and we know that he gonna kill this first dude. This is who he is. This is who his culture is. Again, I'm not taking this when I say the powers that be. I don't mean the white people. I mean, because guess what? If you think alike and you have the same goal, you the powers that be. Their thing is greed. I'm sorry that somebody was calling me. Their whole aim is greed. So we got these people that sitting in a row, 10 of us. We know he gonna kill this first person. Then we know we watched him kill him. Then he's gonna come and destroy the second person. We know we watched him. We get to the third. Then he gets to the fourth. It's some more people to follow, right? Again, we watch this person or this powers that be kill 4 people in a row. We watch it. But guess what we do? 3, watching. That's what we do. We've been trained to do this. So we don't pay it any attention. But this is what we need to do. Well, I'm going to say this. This is what we do first. It ain't going to be the same with me. It's going to be different. When I'm going to do this and see, I'm going to make him like me so much that he ain't. We watch him do the same thing. What makes you think it's going to change? What makes you think you're going to be any better? What makes you think that if he took his house, we not going to even go to the process, to the process of killing, taking your property, taking your money, taking your finances, taking everything that you know it means the most to you. We watched him do this 4 or 5 times in a row with somebody else. What makes you think you're going to be different? So the thing is, why not get together and understand that, guess what? Us 3 overpowers this 1. And this is what we need to do. We need to get together, come together, understand what it is that we doing with one another, learn each other's languages, and play our parts. I don't cut hair. Some of y'all do. Everybody is not a stylist. Everybody don't shine shoes. Everybody don't own cleaners. Everybody not car dealers and real estate agents and things of that nature. But these are parts that we all play. So there's actually all of us together that can play everything it is that we need to play and utilize one another. And guess what we do? We direct those finances that I was talking about. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? And this is what we need to do. And until we do this, we going to watch him come down the line and be talking about what he not going to do to me and what he not going to do with us. When has it ever changed? Through his whole entire history. When has he not done exactly what his culture dictates he's going to do? You're sitting up and we're missing the main things in life. We're missing the goal to become a people. We're missing the goal to obtain and direct our own and make them come see us. We missing that because I'm so focused on what I don't like about you that really don't matter, because he gonna kill you just like he gonna kill me. He gonna take my house. He can take your house. He gonna take your car. He gonna take my car. He gonna make it bad for your children just like he gonna make it bad for my children. What you think, your neighborhood is different? Look at anywhere we go. They come forward next. They dictate how it is and what it is that we do. So until we begin to learn one another's language and come together, guess what's gonna happen? We next in this line to die. It ain't gonna change. It ain't gonna be no different than the next person. I'm laughing sarcastically at the Browns game. I'm laughing sarcastically at the Indians game. The elections come around at this time when all this is going on. And again, guess what? Everything has a barcode on it. The tickets, the stadium, and guess what they doing? The powers that be sitting back watching. Everybody doing this. You know, when their sports agent died, people cried when Michael Jordan quit. I don't say don't love your sports. I'm not saying that. You know what I'm saying? People tripping on the Browns and the Cowboys and the Seahawks. Boxing, you know. When the last time you been to a PTA meeting with your kid? When the last time you did homework with them? When the last time you sat down and watched the History Channel with them? When the last time you sat down and watched, something educational with them? When have you sat down and really did your homework with them or talked to them about the birds and the bees in life? Like, for real. How they doing in school? Peer pressure? Any of that? Like the dude, I put it up in the group Collective Minds LLC when he talking about how this is a Roman arena. What happened? When the Caesar was getting ready to go up for voting to be the next Caesar, guess what he did? He threw arenas to where humans fought each other and fought animals and things of that nature. He kept people divided, and their minds were so encapsulated with things that didn't matter. With the entertainment, empire, all these movies, sports, all this stuff. It's so preoccupied with the craziness that you're not paying attention to the gist of what's actually needed. And until we get together and do what we supposed to do, man, we always gonna be talking about something that don't matter. Because they're going to put in office who they want in office. And we're going to always be the ones to be the biggest consumer on the planet. Spending we headed to $1.6 trillion a year, spending annually. $4.3 billion a year on cognac. $4.7 billion a year on hair and nail products. How much of that do you think goes with you? How much of that do you think is spent with us? It's 100% of anything, right? We only own 7% of the businesses. Do you see the discord here? So as long as we paying attention to Michael Jordan, you can tell me the sports stars that died, caught a case when he was little, all stuff. What's going on in your house? What's going on in the world, for real? And again, people trying to figure out what is the difference. People are so upset about Trump getting into office, but again, what are you gonna do? Hey, Rosalind, Lonia Bonton, Derek Smallwood, Ben Junebug Shelton. It's good. Thank y'all for coming in. But I'm asking though, what is going to be the difference between Hillary getting into office and Trump getting into office? What's really going to be the difference? Who's ever going to be in office is who they going to put in office anyway. So you allowing yourself to be strained out and stressed out about things that don't matter. And guess why? Because we have been groomed so good by them to do exactly what it is that we doing and not pay attention to what's really going on in society. Look at your neighborhood. And again, when I say the powers that be, I don't hate a culture. I don't hate white people. I hate hate. I hate the supremacy. I hate things of that nature. I hate people that do that. Black, all of them. You see what I'm saying? So I want to ask you this though, because I talked about a book called Brainwash that I wanted us to get. Like our first meet and greet for Collective Minds LLC was actually at a black bookstore. There's only 45 black-owned bookstores in the whole United States of America. Why is that? The book is called Brainwash, and it shows us what has actually been happening to us for a long period of time. A lot of people don't want to acknowledge, you know what I'm saying, brainwash, man, this nigga crazy. Guess what? Until you acknowledge that there's a sickness, guess what? You're going to continue to go on like you are, thinking everything is cool, and it's not. If you think that we've been going on like we have been going on for so long and you think that everything is cool, something is really, really wrong with you. And if you continuously complain about what you see is wrong and you're not doing nothing about it, something is still wrong with you. So I'm telling you right now, go to the source, get this book, Brainwash. I don't get a penny from you buying this book. Not one penny. Get it and see where we are. And why? Ben Junebug, you say you got it. Book code shows how propaganda and commercialism, TV and sports is used against us to get exactly what it is that they're doing to us as a people. Worrying about situations and things that actually have nothing to do with you, man. You're going out here worried about, I'm not telling you not to vote. I'm not telling you not to vote. I'm not telling you who to vote for. What I'm asking you is to sit down and really pay attention and ask yourself, what is the difference? And do you think that your vote really is what puts them in office? I want some of you people to look up the United States of America and see if it is a country or a privately owned business. Now, if any of you you're an entrepreneur, you own your own business. If any of you work for somebody, but you know the presidents of your business and things of that nature, who's at the head? Who run it? Who they want to? Who the boss? Who the CEO? Who the EO? Who run it? Who they want to run it? So it's the same situation here. What you have to do is you have to make yourself, what is the word? Not expendable. You have to, right, as a business. What you have to do is make yourself, they can't get rid of you. And see, they can't get rid of us, but they got us so many in a capacity and the degrees to where, guess what? They can utilize us how they want to because we refuse to learn each other's language. I don't like you because you wear your shoes like this. You got dreads. I brush waves. I don't like you think you something because you got this car, and that's how we look at each other. And as long as we do that, we'll remain in a situation that we in and always digress and always talk about they won't let me have. Black Lives Matter. Let's protest. Let's do a rally. Man, you need action. And until you act, we will always deal with the situation that we deal with. And again, what is the difference between Trump and Hillary being in office? You talking about Trump is a racist, and he's showing his racism. Has this country always done that? Hillary, more black president, more black millionaires and businesses were made during the Clinton administration than any other administration. But at the same time, more of us have gone to prison, remained in prison during that time. And I also want you to look at this. All these countries like, okay, well, Trump in the office, man, we don't like them anyway, so we can go ahead and really do what we want to do. That's what countries are saying if Trump get in office, right? But if Hillary get in office, guess what they're saying? We gonna send nukes over there. So I want you to think of what really matters. I want you to look at this really from a real perspective. The reality, the what is, the actuality, what's going on right now. Look how far we have come in life. I wish my mother was still alive. Just to be able to see Barack in office. That would have been something for her. But I want to know that and say that when I was coming up, when she was coming up, we knew each other's languages. We spoke, we socialized with one another. We said hi and hey. These weren't blocks, these were streets. These weren't neighborhoods, they were communities. And look where we are now, because what we have done is we have refused, we stopped speaking. And as somebody else came in with a new language, they became foreign. We don't talk to them, I don't deal with them. Until we revert back to understanding who we are as a people. Guess what? I created this group, Collective Minds LLC, but guess what I do? I learn. People teach me something every day. Am I a teacher? Yes, I am, but I am also a student. We need to help each other. And until we help each other, man, we will continuously digress. We will continuously go backwards. We're going to continuously hurt each other. We're going to continuously talk about how black lives matter. And all we're going to do is protest and rally. And nothing will ever be done, because guess what? They know that. How can you tell me about this sports star that you don't know, that does absolutely nothing for you unless you gamble on him and win? Because see, he ain't never come to your house. You can buy a shirt. You're going to continuously put money in his pockets and things of that nature, right? But you won't do that with your neighbor. You won't do that with your brother. You won't do that with your friend. You would try to be like a star. You would try to be like a rapper. That's all set up for propaganda for you in like the arenas of the Roman arenas, to where we fought for each other. We took from each other. We killed each other, to where sometimes it became a thing to do. And we became so encapsulated in it that we began to like to do it. We gonna get lost, man, like them, if we don't pick up and do what actually needs to be done. This is politics, derived from the word polite. But those who are conscious understand what it is, and it is not politics. This is politricks, because we are tricked by the politeness of the one who says what they're going to do for us, but never do, ever. Until we act, until we learn one another's language, until we allow ourselves to come in contact with this next person, to utilize one another. There's nothing wrong with use. The issue is where there's misuse. So as we utilize one another to do the things it is that we need to do, we're going to continuously go backwards, man. We're going to continuously have problems. We're going to continuously have issues. And always talk about what somebody else won't let us have. When guess what? We have the ability to do it. When you think you can't, when you told what you cannot do, when you told what they won't let us do, man, they ain't gonna let you do. Think about the pyramids. Think about before the pyramids. Go to Morocco. Go to the land of Ur, where Abraham was from, where they had running water. Before the Bible was written, running water in houses back then. And they think about that. Silk roads, metropolises. Come all the way back up, you know what I'm saying? Think about the Mayans. Think about the Aztecs. Think about Atlantis. Think about Babel. Think about Babylon. Think about Babel. Think about Babylon. Towers and skyscrapers bigger than the buildings today. Think about how every time it is that we come to find out it is that something that we did, they either say we didn't do it, they turn it into a different culture that did it, or they say that the aliens did it. Overstand that you are the one that did it. Overstand that we can still do it, but we have to become educated about what it is that we have to do. We have to stop shedding so much hate, man. We have to spread love to one another. And until we do that, man, we going to still do rallies. We going to still talk about Black Lives Matter, and we still going to be talking about no justice, no peace, until we make it ourselves. Thank y'all for listening tonight.